Bonjour. Ugh.
Is this Marvel's #1 fan?
I'm MODOK's #1 fan. I love.
Oh, is he the boiled egg man?
I was in the process of making a version of my profile picture of him, and it's terrifying.
I've had no feelings except for the 2023 movie Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and anything surrounding it.
It's so good. It was a banger of a film. Oh God, what have I done? Okay.
Has it updated? Oh, yeah, it has on this end as well. I do not like that.
It's staying.
Tell me about Little Man Goes Large, #3.
Imagine I know the answer to this question, but have you seen the previous 2 installments of this amazing film?
Now, this is surprising as a #1 MCU sort of not hater, I'll just cut all this because it fell apart.
No.
I actually have seen the first 2 Ant-Mans.
Oh,
which is
amazing.
surprising. I remember the first one. He fights Evil Wasp,
Evil Wasp, yeah.
but not the Wasp.
Not
Man
the
Wasp.
Can't get those mixed up.
Yeah, he's got a daughter or whatever. Ant-Man 2, I remember he gets big and skates around on a car. And I fell asleep in the cinema because I found it really boring. And also, they have a character in it called Goliath who is known for getting big, and then he doesn't do that in the film.
Yeah.
And that's all I recall. And then I watched Endgame for the first time, and a rat bit the power cord and then just came out of the van.
Yeah, it's really creative writing, right?
Okay, so going into this film, the few things I've sort of picked up from watching the trailer once when it came out and then not touching it again. They made his suit weird, like it's the nanotechnology suit. I liked the old one where he did the clickety clackety of opening up.
Who cares
the main
about? No one likes practicalness.
I really like that, and he presses the little button on his finger.
No, we need nanotech now. Nanotech.
I violently hate that. I dislike the design.
Nanotech's
I hate the fact it's nanotech.
I wish nanotech just stopped.
I remember just being so sad when they did it to Spider-Man. They didn't give him the one, wearing a suit underneath his shirt. All I can really know is that, they made that weird logo, which they had to change because no one could read, that it said Quantumania. There's MODOK in it, who's an egg. Kang is in this, but who cares?
No, you have no idea. Oh, mate, Kang is...
Enlighten me, please.
So...
evangelical of the Ant-Man franchise.
Yes, of course, that's me.
A Marvel apostle, if you will.
Oh. So, I sat down, I went to the cinema, I had my Coke, had my popcorn, I was very excited. You get the Marvel logo, the good old chestnut, and what do I see but our girl, our She-Hulk, was in that. I got very excited.
I might have to buy a ticket just to see She-Hulk and then leave afterwards.
The first scene, we see good old Janet, who is...
Wait, who's Janet?
Yeah, good. I thought so. She was the Wasp, the original Wasp, Hank's wife.
The one that got stuck in the quantum realm?
Yeah, doing her thing. She's drinking water, even though she's smaller than water.
I thought you couldn't survive in the quantum realm.
She can.
Wait, what is the fucking quantum realm?
I don't know.
It was just some little pocket dimension, weird, outside a timeline sort of thing. Is it got civilizations in it? Does anything alive in there?
We'll get to that. Janet's just vibing, and then a spaceship crashes in the quantum realm.
What?
It just does, okay?
How does anything get in the quantum realm if not being really small?
It's got small in it.
Aren't the pin particles the only ones that can do that?
Yeah, maybe the ship had pin particles, okay? And then she goes to investigate, gets attacked by some...
a big ant.
No, she gets attacked by some, I don't know, grasshoppers? No, that's the best way I can describe them. And she is saved. Someone shoots the grasshoppers, and it's our man, it's Kang. And Kang has just crashed his ship. He's looking very worse for wear. And he's like, yo, where am I?
Quantum realm, innit?
And then we cut to the modern day.
Well, hang on. So Kang crashes his ship at the same time this other ship full of grasshoppers crashes?
No, the grasshoppers were just there. They want.
They're just
They're
there.
just there. Yeah.
I can picture the like half-assed green screen fight.
Oh,
and just,
this
like,
film is green screen of the film. I can't
Yeah.
see. Oh, these grasshoppers, they can also like go invisible, but they decide to reveal
But they're
themselves
just-
before they attack.
They're just like the classic villain Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp 2. This is one other thing to add. I saw a picture of Paul Rudd on the red carpet for this, and he looks very worse for wear.
Oh my, he looks awful.
Oh yeah, see the picture. Yeah.
Oh, is he okay?
No.
We're gonna have to see what happens. So we cut to the present day, and we see
Yeah.
Ant-Man, or Scott Lang. He's walking down the street. He's very happy. Life's good. Everyone takes pictures with him. He's a famous man. And there's a joke. This is funny. He says, "Thank you, Spider-Man." And
Thank you,
laugh, right?
Spider-Man.
Oh, because that's a reference. Because Spider-Man is another character. Okay.
My cinema found that very funny. That joke.
Oh, I'm sure they did. Day
I-
one Marvel screening.
He's on a book tour because he's written a book, and he's reading his book called "You've Got to Look Out for the Little Guy," and he gets a phone call from prison, and it turns out his daughter Cassie is in prison. Oh, hang on, I've skipped some stuff. Well, just hold on to that thought. Hope, she's in charge of the Hank Pym company and is using Pym particles for world hunger and deforestation. Like she's
How does that work? Does it just make a burger like really big? Like a huge pizza slice airdropped into like Africa and then like bang. We've done it. Another win for the Wasp. Everyone's favourite.
It's like, Cloudy with Chance and Meatballs, but that
Yeah.
pancake goes over the school.
Yeah, like crushes all the infrastructure and then like mass casualties.
Ant-Man and the Wasp go to prison to get Cassie. She's been rioting to support people who lost their homes during the blip, and she got arrested for shrinking a police car.
Right. Wait, so they just gave her their daughter like a bunch of Pym particles? Is she a superhero?
Well,
I know she's got those wicked Converse from
Wow.
the poster. Yeah, she's like the grasshopper, isn't she? Or the cricket kid, I don't know.
we'll call her the Cricket. Turns out her, Hope, and Hank had been secretly researching the quantum realm. I don't know why it was secret and why Scott and Janet weren't involved. But yeah, they were doing a bunch of research, and they had given Cassie Pym particle, like sort
Yeah.
of.
Oh,
yeah.
she got recast as well, didn't she?
Yeah, poor Endgame actress. She's now played by the reporter from Detective Pikachu.
I don't remember Detective Pikachu at all, I'm going to be honest with you, and I did see that one actually.
Considering the performance of the new actor, I don't know why they recast.
Oh, really?
She was bad, to say the least.
And man, you can't be bad playing the cricket.
Scott Lang is very annoyed that Cassie was put in prison, obviously. And he's like, "Cassie, no, don't do that." And she's like, "Yeah, well, I'm trying to do something, and you're just running in your fame, and you're not trying to save the world right now." And that's the drama.
Wow, you really think you'd let Scott Lang retire after saving, like, all known life in the universe?
Nah, he didn't do enough, did he?
If it was like him in the quantum realm, they wouldn't have done anything. Everyone would just be dead.
Yeah, but he
But
gave
that
up.
rat is the true hero.
The
He should have been an Avenger. That
Yeah.
rat.
She had been researching the quantum realm and has made a little satellite that can send signals to it on her own. She's very
Would
good.
mad convenient to have that in Endgame, I feel.
Yeah! Janet gets triggered. Janet is like, "No, stop. Stop talking to the quantum realm. Stop it now, stop." And she turns it off. She like unplugs it. And then it turns on the satellite, even though it's unplugged now. And this was in the trailer, and it sucks them all in. Thoughts?
Of course it does. The plot has to go somewhere.
And
It's defeated.
And so they all get sucked in, but they get split up. The Wasp, Hank and Janet all land in a fungus Forest.
Among Us Forest.
A fungus.
Get me in the Marvel writers' room now.
Scott and Cassie land in like dead space. I don't know how to describe it. Just big floating rocks, magic color trailer stuff. Eating ice cream. Ant-Man and Cassie get like raided by a bunch of people.
Why are people in the quantum realm?
Well, I should have said people was a stretch because they all look very interesting.
Do
There's Pixar Lamp Man. He looks like the Pixar lamp on steroids. I'll send a picture because
Yeah, please. I feel like this needs a PowerPoint.
we definitely yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And I can't find images of the rest of them. But one, like, the leader is just like this woman who looks just like a tribal leader. That's sort of the gist. Oh, and then there's a oobly doobly man. Think of like a jar filled with liquid, like pink oozy liquid. It has eyes and like tentacles.
Nice.
Yeah, that he's there. And he talks like, and it's very fun. We like him.
I'm sure that doesn't get old at all.
Oh, I found him.
Please send the jelly man. I was not expecting him to look dead at the camera. That was a bit... He looked into my soul.
Scott and Cassie are like, whoa, what's going on? And they start attacking them. And Cassie hits her chest, and she has a suit too, and saves Ant-Man. And Ant-Man's like, you have a suit? And she's like, yeah, I have a suit. Then the raiders like take them captive.
Do these characters do anything, or can they just be skipped?
Well, Janet obviously knows what's going on.
Of course, because she spent 30 years with Kang, in a passionate romantic affair.
Well, hold that thought.
What?
Ant-Man wakes up and Cassie just shouts, drink the ooze. Jellyman puts some of his liquid into Ant-Man's mouth, and suddenly he can understand everyone. And then Jellyman's like, oh my god, do you need more of my ooze in your hole? I don't have any holes. This man shows up. He can read everyone's minds, but he doesn't want to. And he's like, he is a human. He has 7 holes. The other 3 are just in a desert now.
What?
And a bunch of people ride in on horses, but they're not horses. They've got slug heads. And Janet's like, yo, takes his knife, stabs him, and then they're like, hey, we're friends.
I'm based in London, so it's just a statistic.
And there's loads of broccoli people. A ship lands, and this man walks out, and it's Bill Murray. And Janet was like, yeah, Bill Murray, can you help me? And he's like, he has sent the hunter after them.
Kang times Ant-Man fanfiction.
Yeah, so Hank, Janet, and Hope all start fighting a bunch of Kang, like, foot soldiers. Hank Pym makes one of the live squid huge, and out of spite, it kills Bill Murray, Ant-Man and Cassie, they're just sort of vibing in the village, right? Cassie's the sort of player who wants to do all the side quests, and Ant-Man just wants to do the main story.
We haven't got time for the fishing mini games. Stop it.
And this little flying thing is going around shooting everything, and we're like, whoa, what's going on? What's this? It's MODOK. He's got a cool mask, just this big little gold robot. It's nothing unusual yet. I'm sure you've seen it, right?
Yes, I've seen him with the mask, and he's got like his weird like little hands out as well.
And then he's like, haha, I have been waiting for this moment, Scott Lang, ever since you left me to die. And then Scott Lang's like, what? And he's like, you know me, I was in your room. And then Cassie's like, oh, is that the bee man?
What? The evil Wasp is back.
Yeah. So and then he turns off. He takes the mask off, and we see MODOK's face. I have never laughed harder in my life. But we get this flashback, and he was left really distorted, right?
Right.
So he was left like this with a massive head, and it turns out Kang found him, fixed him, and gave him this suit. But we also, well, as he's telling us that, we get this shot.
Marvel worker didn't get to see their family that weekend.
MODOK captures Scott and Cassie, and they're put in Kang prison. I just realised none of his friends were in this.
Oh, what?
I forgot about them, but they were cool.
Oh, I feel like they missed a trick to have, the guy, put him in the quantum realm, because surely, like, they're all way too nonchalant about, like, what they're seeing. Surely you need just an average guy to be like,
Yep.
what is this jelly thing?
We get some flashbacks. Janet is on the ship explaining everything to Hank and Hope. Hank was like, yo, this is my spaceship. I can go anywhere in time and space. But it turns out the ship is, and I quote, neural kinetic, which means that when you touch it, you can see Kang's memories. Kang has killed multiple universes. He's very powerful. He's got like insta-kill beams.
The insta-kill beams to work on the main characters, or no?
Kang then shows up. I will give credit where it's due. He's intimidating. Jonathan Majors does a decent job. He's a good actor, right? And then Kang's like, oh, an Avenger. Have I killed you before? Like, he says it with ease, right? He's murdered the Avengers without effort multiple times, right? So, keep that in mind. I'm losing energy just reciting this. Kang has a whole army
Of Kangs?
of faceless soldiers.
Nice. But if he can, like, go through dimensions and kill timelines and all this sort of thing, how has he been stuck in the quantum realm for all this time?
Because this is the one place where his powers don't work.
So, like, if Ant-Man learned this, and everyone else just, like, knew about Kang, or as soon as they encountered him, he started saying this batshit stuff,
Yeah.
could they not just press the button on their wrist and just grow out of the quantum realm and just leave him there? Because, like, someone follow them.
So the quantum
And
realm...
no one else would go into the quantum realm except for this family. No one else cares about it. It's just MODOK. Who wants to go see MODOK?
Me. I was gonna disagree with you, but you're completely right. Because in the first Ant-Man, he does go into the quantum realm, and he has to use like the big thing to get big, right?
Yeah, that's how he gets out. So,
But
like,
no, because in this, when they press the button on their wrists, like they just get bigger. But just like in Civil War and whatnot, not like.
but
No,
I thought
they're
like
stuck.
they just kept growing.
Maybe in the quantum realm, you're stuck, like it's the point of no return sort of thing.
But
I
he
don't know.
went in it in the
I
first
don't
movie,
know.
though.
I don't know.
And they brought back the original.
And they
Wasp.
brought back original Wasp.
So you can get out.
Yeah.
Or the rat got him out. By like biting that cable. It's like, what?
You're so
But,
right.
like,
The
but
rat.
Kang can't do this though, and
No.
it's not like he can steal it. Like, and they're all wearing. As soon as he was like, "I'm gonna conquer the world," they should just press the button and just be like, "No, fuck that," and then like zipped out of the quantum zone
Ugh.
realm,
Yeah,
and just said,
could you not just grow? Because if it's just a really small place, could you not just grow big and like clap in the air, like and just completely destroy it?
But even then, I don't think you need the fight. Just become big, get to the real world, and then be like, just FYI to all the Avengers. No one messes with the quantum.
Yeah,
It's
just
not like
leave
there's
it
anything
alone.
there anyway. There's no like benefit to going in here.
There's Jelly Man and
just
Pixar
some-
Lamp.
Leave them for dead, and just be like, guys, there's like a Thanos level threat there. No one touch it. All right, fine. Anyway, he gets small to get the power.
And then he's just in this void. I'm gonna lose my mind. Because basically, every time Scott Lang makes a decision, he spawns another one of him making the other decision.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Why are they in the quantum realm though?
no, because it's described that he's in a probability storm. And I know, yeah. So he can't reach the thing because he's too small.
Right.
And a bunch of the other Ant-Men are like, nah, it's okay, we'll just go big, and they get like completely destroyed. And then all of the Ant-Men are like, oh yeah, we all love Cassie, let's all work together. And like all the Ant-Men are like making a pile and sending our Ant-Man up. If
When
any
did
of the
they
others-
start? And when did they stop?
As soon
Like,
as-
is it going on forever?
Well, so they started when he got here.
Oh, he's in a storm of probability.
Yeah.
Fine.
And then the Wasp shows up.
Wait, are there unlimited wasps?
There are unlimited
Maybe
wasps, and the minute they hold hands, all of the duplicates of them disappear.
normal probability.
Yeah.
Of course.
And then
It all makes sense.
And then they both throw a shrinky disc, and that works. Like, Kang's left with Janet. Anyway, yeah, so Kang goes away, and Hank Pym is saved by ants.
Sorry, he's saved by what?
Ants.
Ants.
Ants. Ant-Man.
Why are there ants in the quantum realm?
Ah, there's not.
What?
Well, the ants that were in his lab, and they all also got sucked in. However, now brace yourself for this good old explanation. The ants, when they fell into the quantum realm, they went through a time dilation field, and the ants lived. They experienced thousands of years in like an hour, and they became a second-class civilization. They became so advanced that they had their own technology. And they
This sounds like a blast. This sounds like the one MCU film that I want to watch now. I didn't know they had civilized ants. This is going to be a brutal edit for you to like sort out, 'cause I don't even know what the fuck's happening.
And Cassie breaks the leader of the tribe out of prison, and they go to the message room and send a PS1 CGI level hologram out to the world saying, "Hey, come and attack Kang."
Is Bill Murray going to help?
Bill Murray's
Oh,
been
no, he's
eaten
been-
by
oh,
a
I see.
squid. So Ant-Man gets very, very, very big. Like, big. You know, like, he's big. Jellyman runs into combat, arms flailing, and gets shot. So he's like, yay, I finally have holes. And he just turns into Kirby, and he just inhales everyone. So Janet makes a portal home. Janet, Hope, Hank, and Cassie all go through the portal, and they go home. But Ant-Man's just about to, and then he gets RKO'd by Kang. He destroys Ant-Man. Like, he like shatters his... He does a Darth Vader and cuts his helmet in half. He's about to go through the portal and leave Ant-Man in the quantum realm. But then Hope comes out and shoots him, and Kang gets sucked into his energy ball battery thing and dies.
Guys?
As far as we know, yeah.
But this is the fucking main Kang, isn't it? Because
Just, well, there's a line of dialogue in a minute, but as far as we can
Wait,
tell,
what?
he dies.
so they spent a film setting up this version of Kang just to kill him.
Just
so
wait,
when the
there's-
next one
it might-
comes up, they're like, "It's Kang,
It's a
not
different
the
Kang.
one you know."
Well,
so
to
what's
be fair,
the point
that's
of
what they
this film?
Good question, my friend. So
course,
Ant-Man
of
and the
course.
Wasp are now stuck in the quantum realm, but they hug
They
and...
already did this. This was last film.
No. And then they both say, "I love you," and it's very wholesome. But then the portal
Yeah.
just opens again, and they just go in, so it's fine.
Why did it open again?
I don't know, I think Cassie pressed a button or something.
Convenient, but fine.
Yeah. Oh no, I've forgotten... Rewind
Rewind
time.
time.
Oh, I forgot like the main... Oh, Cassie starts being chased by MODOK, and TLDR, Cassie beats him, and she's like, "Man, don't be a dick." And he's just like, "Well, I don't know what I want to be." And then she says, "Just try not being a dick." And he's like, "Look at me. I'm such a dick." And then she says, "It's not too late to not be a dick."
MODOK redemption arc.
The reason he was taken away by the ants is because MODOK just shouts, "I'm not a dick," and just rams into the side of Kang.
Did he actually say dick?
Yeah. And then he dies.
Yeah, good.
And then he's like, "Oh, at least I died an Avenger."
I did actually look him up. Do you know what MODOK stands for?
Oh yeah, and this was in the film. Yeah, so it's a mechanical organism designed only for killing. Scott Lang makes a joke, and he says, "Huh, but that's actually MODOK."
I wish Ant-Man got killed for that, like just instantly.
But yeah, so back on Earth, he's walking around, he's going for his coffees and whatnot, and then he just starts thinking, and he's voicing this over, and he's like, "Oh no, but have I actually killed Kang? I thought he was dead, but he said he'd come back, and I don't know what that means, and I don't know if he's gone, and what have I unleashed? Oh, but it's fine." Then he goes to get his coffee. So, you know, Kang.
Is that genuinely the end?
Yeah. And then we get the end credits scene where the Council of Kangs.
They.
We have Egypt Kang. We have Asthma Kang. This is how I remember them because I'm sorry. Asthma Kang was the one talking, and he sounded like he was just like, we need to. And then there was Posh Kang, and they were all like, oh no, the exiled one is dead. We need to kill that universe. And then we cut to a pantheon of Kangs, and they're all like, yeah, I am Kang. Yeah. Oh no.
Marvel got obsessed with the pursuit if they could do this. They forgot to ask if they should do this.